Greetings from Population Research Center. My name is Khizra Nasir. I'm a research assistant from Population Research Center. Thank you for joining us today on this open house session of certification program launched by Population Research Center. It is my pleasure to welcome all of you at this open house session, especially our Dean, Dr. Sikandar Hayat, our advisory board members, our head of departments, departmental representatives, faculty, staff, and also students. Before starting a session, I would like to request all of you to please mention your department's name on your Zoom profiles. Students are requested to rename themselves as their department name, roll number, and then their full name. I have also mentioned this in the comment section. Students are invited to ask questions in the Q&A session at the end of the session, and please raise your hands in the comment section, and you can also mention your question in the comment section so that the experts can answer all of your questions one by one. Also, the session will be recorded. The agenda of the session includes a welcome note by Dr. Sikandar Hayat, a brief introduction to PRC and the certification program, along with the courses and registration process by PRC team, which includes Dr. Mohammad Waqas Ali, Director PRC, Mr. Jawad Tariq, Coordinator PRC, and Ms. Fatima Shamsi, Administrative Assistant PRC. Third, departmental representatives will share their remarks or their presentations regarding the certification program and the relevance of the certification program to their subjects like economics, sociology, geography, and statistics. The session will end by followed a 20 minutes Q&A session, and all the students are welcome to ask the questions in the Q&A session by by raising their hand or by mentioning their questions in the comment section. First of all, I would like to request Dr. Sikandar Hayat to please share your welcome note.
Thank you so much, Khazra. It's very kind of you. I don't have much to say except to say these words formally that I welcome all of you to this launch of the certification program in Demography and Population Studies. It's a very proud moment for me, a great privilege for me that the Population Research Center has come to a stage where it can launch academic programs on the campus initially, but maybe we move forward. Dr. Waqas will talk about it, where we can invite students from outside also to be part of this program. So warm welcome from my side. I welcome the members of the board, the advisory board, if they have joined us. I welcome the chairs who have joined us. I welcome the departmental representatives. They have kindly joined us. I was expecting they would join us. And I, of course, welcome the large number of participants. I was so glad to hear that 100 plus are already here. So that shows tremendous interest in the program. I'm sure it holds very good promise and it will be very helpful. It's primarily meant, and of course, Dr. Waqas will talk about it at length. It is primarily meant for undergraduate students doing BA, BS honors students, and particularly for the freshmen or the sophomore, the early years of the undergraduate program. And we we hope to start it from the fall 2021. It's already approved by the academic council and the board of faculty and all that. So all the formalities have been met. And this is a program which involves 4 departments. It's one of those very positive developments on the campus where you have interdisciplinary and interdepartmental collaboration. We have the departments of economics, geography, sociology, and statistics. They have joined hands to launch this program for our young students, for our undergraduate students. The center, of course, Dr. Waqas will talk about it, but just a few words. It's a university center, autonomous center, which is meant to promote and pursue an interdisciplinary teaching, research, and training and Demography and Population Studies. We established this in 2019. So it's a very young center, so to speak, but under the very able leadership of Dr. Waqas, it has made a tremendous progress, and of course by Jawad Tariq. So I'm really personally obliged to them for those extra efforts, the extra mile they have gone to make sure that this is a living, thriving center for demography and population studies in the country. And he will, of course, also talk about the certification part. What does it require? How many courses? From where they will come? How will this registration process take place? So I wouldn't take your time on that. And I would conclude by saying again that I'm really very happy. It's a very, very proud moment for all of us, especially in social sciences. This is part of the social sciences endeavors. The Population Research Center is a unit of the Faculty of Social Sciences. So for me, as the Dean Faculty of Social Sciences, a truly great moment. So I welcome you all from the bottom of my heart, and I hope this will be a successful program and will be a harbinger of many more such successful initiatives coming from the Population Research Center. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Sikandar. Thank you for your kind words. Now, I would like to request Dr. Waqas Ali, Director PRC, to please present PRC Population Research Center and its certification program to the participants.
Assalamu alaikum to everyone. Students, faculty members, departmental representatives, heads of department, Dr. Sikandar, and members of the advisory board, and especially the PRC team. I welcome all of you. This is, as Dr. Sikandar said, is a very proud moment for us. We have been working towards launching this certification for almost a year. And it has come to a point where we can take this dream to fruition. So if we could please move on to the next slide, Faizra. I will start this presentation by giving you a brief background about Population Research Center. We hardly get the chance, or up till now, we have hardly had the chance to talk to students directly. So we would like to start with an introduction of our institution. The establishment of PRC is in fact a testament to the excellence that FCC has to offer. Because the PRC was created in collaboration with Population Council and UNFPA, and it was actually a UNFPA project that was given to Population Council, and they were looking for two institutes across Pakistan where two institutes of research institutes of population research could be established. And after looking through many institutions, they chose two institutions. One was FC and one was Quaid-e-Azam University. So we had to compete to get this grant, which again is a testament to the excellence that FCC has to offer. Internally, within FC, Population Research Center is part of the Faculty of Social Sciences. It represents an excellent example of interdepartmental collaboration, because PRC is an independent body that was created collaboratively with the departments of economics, sociology, geography, and statistics. So we are also very proud of that fact. The PRC is supervised by an advisory board, which is headed by Dr. Sikandar Hayat, Dean of Social Sciences, and members include the heads of the participating departments, the 4 departments, and also Dr. Sufyan Islam and Dr. Gloria Caleb from the Vice Rector's Office. Next slide, please, Khidra. Next slide, please, Khidra.
Sir, is it visible now?
Yes, it is. When we set up the PRC, we came up with a mission statement, and we've tried to live up to that mission statement as closely as possible. Our mission was to train students in the field of demography and population studies. We wanted to generate and organize and disseminate research on population growth in Pakistan and its application for Pakistan. and the future of Pakistan. Another thing on our agenda was to evaluate existing policies and initiatives to counter the population problem in Pakistan, evaluate them and see how they can be made better. So, and we are also working towards that and establishing a sort of a think tank group. Collaboration with national and international institution in terms of training and research. Capacity building is another thing. Their demography is a relatively new discipline in Pakistan. So international collaboration are very important in building our own capacity. Next slide, please, Khizra. Keeping this mission in focus, and just to give you a side note, we actually had 13 deliverables in 2020 that we have to, which was the first year of our operation, that we had to fulfill, which was sort of decided between us and the Population Council. Alhamdulillah, we have been successful in achieving all 13 deliverables. I'll give you a brief synopsis of what PRC has done in the previous year. PRC has organized 3 webinars in the past year, in which experts from leading research institutions in Pakistan presented their work. In November 2020, PRC organized a panel discussion on demography and its relationship to the COVID-19 crisis. And this was an international panel discussion. It was an excellent event to attend. We had experts from Pakistan, Hong Kong, China, America, and Netherlands who participated in this, and they shared excellent state-of-the-art research with us. PRC has up till now published 2 research articles in internationally recognized impact factor journals. This year in 2021, we have already submitted 2 publications. PRC, in collaboration with the IT department, has launched a research repository for demographic research. This research repository includes research related to demography and population studies that was produced by scholars either at FC or in other universities. We also have reports that were freely available on that were produced by international organizations like ILO, UNICEF, UNESCO. So we've got them all thematically arranged in that research repository, and the entire FCCU faculty and student body has access to it for free. PRC has recently submitted a research proposal that focuses on cognitive development of child workers in Pakistan. The proposal presently is with the ILO for review. For further information of what we have done in the past year or so, we have a biannual newsletter which is available on the PRC website, and the address is given below, and the slides will of course be shared with all the participants. Next slide, please. A little bit about our future plans, what we aim to do in 2021. In December 2021, PRC is hoping to organize an online international conference in December. The topic of the conference will be opportunities and threat, population growth, and way ahead. PRC, of course, will continue to follow its research agenda and submit more research articles and submit more research proposals. Lastly, and which is probably the most relevant point right now, in 2021 fall, PRC will be launching its certification in demography and population studies for undergraduate students. In the next year, we are planning to develop this certification into a full minor program, again in collaboration with the participating departments. And hopefully, if we get a good response, we also want to take this certification to other students at universities, students who could in the summer perhaps enroll in our certification program from other universities. A brief description of the certification program. PRC is launching the certification program, and again, it's an excellent example of interdepartmental collaboration. That PRC is launching this program in collaboration with economics, geography, sociology, and statistics departments. Students basically will register in this program, and after registering will be required to take 4 courses. All 4 courses are 100 to 200 level courses, and each course is from one of the participating departments. So students will be taking 1 course in economics, 1 course in sociology, 1 in geography, and 1 in statistics. All 4 courses are related to certain aspect of demography and population studies, and we will share these details later with you in the presentation. Students should be able to complete this certification in 1 academic year, which means that we'll be offering 2 courses in fall and 2 courses in spring. So anybody who starts the certification fall should be able to finish in the following spring semester. We have offered this certification program to basically motivate students to do 2 things. First of all, they can use this certification as a base and then choose for a minor in demography. And again, it's a highly in demand profession. Also, those who do not want to choose for a demography minor, they have the option of choosing electives within their major and minor area that fall within the domain of population studies. So I can tell you that in sociology there are several courses that relate to population studies. So if somebody has a certification in population studies and demography, they can definitely opt for a research project that is related to demography, and then opt for electives that relate to demography and population studies within their area of expertise. The next slide, please. The main objective of the certification program is to train undergraduate students in theory, methods and analysis in demography and population studies. This will enable students to examine population related issues within the 4 dimensions. So the whole idea, and again, that's probably the best aspect of this certification, is that you will get to understand population related issues and demography from 4 different perspectives, at least from the economics, geography, sociological and statistical perspective. So it really gives you a very sort of panoramic view of the problem. Lastly, it will enable students to critically analyze existing policies and initiatives. Again, that's a very important thing, and those people who enter into our certification, we have a plan to follow up with those students and perhaps advise them on what type of thesis topics they need to take and what type of research they need to take, which will definitely involve analysis of policies that are already in place for population management and control. Next slide, please. What will be the outcomes for student? Number 1, students will be equipped with basic theoretical and practical knowledge about demography and population studies, which will open up a new area of expertise for them. This will open up research opportunities for their undergraduate research project or their MPhil degree. So they can actually hopefully opt for a minor, turn this into a specialization, and then specialize in demography, get an MPhil degree in demography from Pakistan or abroad. Again, it's a highly coveted area, and this was one of the first things that the people from UNFP and Population Council shared with us, that there are not enough trained demographers in Pakistan, and these situations, these positions that are for demographers are being filled out by people with degrees in other fields. So there is a dearth of sort of scarcity of trained demographers in Pakistan. Another plus point of this certification is that this certification does not in any way interfere with your undergraduate degree. So the 4 courses that students will take in earning this certification, they will be able to claim those courses on their transcript as in for the completion of their major, minor or general elective courses. So you will be fulfilling your credit requirements for your major, minor or general elective courses by taking these 4 courses, and the certification will be awarded in addition to that. So there is no extra charge for now or extra fee, and just by taking these 4 courses, you not only get the credit hours for it, but you also get a certification on top of that. Next slide, please. This is perhaps an important thing, but Really anybody who's at a university in Pakistan knows that Pakistan has a population growth issue. We have a 2% growth rate. Our dependency ratio is very high. Our underage 14 population is very high. We are experiencing a youth bulge. So yes, Pakistan is facing many challenges in terms of population growth, some even at the existentialist level. Since population is related to everything, with this high rate of growth, we are facing challenges related to water and food safety, health, employment, uh, education, human rights, including gender rights and minority rights, environment, poverty related issues, and relative deprivation related issues. There are also issues related to migration, urbanization, population redistribution. We have a mismanaged aging population, mortality related issues. And there is the issue of creating opportunities in the labor market and economy. And of course, everything affects the family dynamics. So all of these issues, as you can see, these are multidisciplinary issues which involve many disciplines. So it really does not matter what your major area is. You will be somehow related to, it will have some aspect of demography and population studies uh, uh, within that major area. So needless to say that there is a rising demand for demographers in the government sector, in the non-government sector, and in the private sector. As one of the leading liberal arts institutions in Pakistan, FCCU is providing its students with a rare opportunity to examine demography and population related issues from a multidisciplinary perspective, especially specifically from the perspective of economics, geography, sociology, and statistics, and to be able to critically and analyze policies and really have an in-depth understanding of what exactly is being going on in terms of population control and population management in Pakistan. I will now invite Professor Jawad to tell you a little bit about the courses that will be included in this certification, and followed by Madam Zain Fatma, who will tell you brief you about the registration process. Thank you very much. Over to you, Jawad.
Thank you, sir. Before continuing further, I would like to welcome our worthy rector, Dr. Jonathan Adalton. So thank you for joining us. Right, so there will be 4 courses in this certification program, one course from each participating department. From Department of Sociology, Introduction to Demography will be offered in fall semester with a course code of SOCL 110. The second course will be Quantitative Methods in Social Sciences from Statistics Department, and it will be offered in this fall. The course code is STAT 103. From Economics Department, Population Economics will be offered in spring 2022 with a course code of Econ 210. From Geography Department, Human Domains of Geography will be offered in spring 2022, and the course code is GEOG 220. Each course is of 3 credit hours, and the total credit hours that will be required to complete the certification will be 12. Next slide, please. All right, I'll be sharing brief objectives of these courses and how these courses will help students to gain important demographic knowledge. The first course, Introduction to Demography, will help students to identify and apply major theoretical perspectives in demography and population studies, and will help them to assess the conceptual differences among them. Additionally, students will be provided information of demographic concepts and variables. The course will help students to explain the centrality of population dynamics to socio-economic and political issues around the globe. It will help students to understand the demographic changes in our society and around the globe, and will help and its relation to global processes such as migration and urbanization. Next slide, please. The second course will be Quantitative Methods in Social Sciences, STAT STAT 103. This is a very important course if you want to improve your research skills. And the course will help students to identify the types of data and use appropriate methods to collect and summarize data. Analyze data, both of these
Sir Jawad, we
courses
can't hear you.
are interconnected. Demography, whereas STAT 103 will help you to look for relationship
Sorry, I think there is some
Perhaps there are some
internet
connectivity
problem.
issues at your end, Mr. Jawad sir.
Yes, sir. Uh, now I think Mr. Sir Jawad has some internet issue, so I will request Miss Zain Fatima to please continue from this slide. Thank you.
uh,
We can hear you
I'm
now, Jawad
sorry,
sir.
my internet just died.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Um, Jawad sir, are you going to continue?
All right. Yes, I'm going to continue. Thank you. The third course will be Population Economics, ECON, Econ 210. The course will help students to calculate and demographic data sources to analyze past, current, and future trends of population data. Understand the debate of population growth and economic development, use of interactive graphs, charts, and tables, understand myths and optimist views of population and economic development. So this course will involve slightly advanced statistics that will help you to predict, analyze trends using a multitude of demographic sources. The next course and the last course will be the human domains of geography. The course will help students to comprehend human geography and understand how it approaches the world. It will help students to understand the relationships of culture, society, and economy. It will help students to recognize and interpret at different scales the relationship among patterns and processes. So the two courses are theory-based courses that will involve extensive theory, and two of the courses, STAT 103 and Econ 210, will be more applied courses that will help you to see relationship between demographic, economic, social, geographical variables. I would now like to request Ms. Fatma Shamsi to inform you about the registration process. Thank you, everyone.
Good afternoon, everybody. Um, my name is Zain Fatma. I'm administrative assistant from PRC. I will going to explain the registration process, how you can register yourself for the course. This course registration for fall 2021 will start from 7th June 2021 and end on 7th July 2021. A total of 10 seats will be reserved for certification program in each course. For fall 2021, SOL 1110 and STATS 103. These 10 seats will not appear in the course catalog for fall 2021 registration for the first 20 days of registration. Following this, vacant seats, if any, will be visible to all students from 27th June.
Next, the reserved seats will have a separate code cert within each section. Student registrating for the certification during the registration period or afterward at any time during the semester will be allocated the cert code. Next, the students who are interested in the certification program can send an email of interest to PRC through their departmental representatives, or they can send their mails directly to the PRC, but before the 26th June. They can send their emails to different departmental representatives. From economics, they can send it to Mr. Hafiz Rizwan Ahmed. His email ID is mentioned over there. And from geography, they can send it to Dr. Khatija Shakirullah. Her email ID is also over there mentioned. And from sociology to Mr. Athar Azim, and from stats to Ms. Samia Yu. And if you want to directly contact to PRC, you can send the email to Ms. Fatima, that is me. To my email ID is also mentioned over there. But if you miss any email ID, our web link is provided at the last slide. You can visit there and you can copy that email from there. And kindly do mention your student ID, name, and your program and major subject in that email ID. Okay, the last is the details of the first 10 students received by the PRC will be shared with the academic service officers, and they will register in SOL 110, 110 and STAT 103 against the 10 reserved seats for 2021. Again, I'm mentioning that the fall 2021 registration will start from 7th June. Next, lastly, that other than the 10 reserved seats out of 35, students who have enrolled in SOL 110 and STAT 103 for fall can also register in certification program throughout the fall semester. Next, the students can contact the PRC office directly or through their instructors or departmental representatives, and the PRC will submit their names to the academic service office for registration in the certification program. Lastly, if you want to contact to PRC, you can send us the direct email at prc@fccollege.edu.pk. And if you want to visit our office, you can visit, address is provided over there at Dr. Hamid Said Faculty Block. Our room number is 104 and 105. If you want to take the full detail of our certification program, you can visit the web page. Link is provided over there. And if you want to visit our PRC repository, the link is over there. You can visit that to see the PRC journals and articles related to demographic and population studies. Next, if you have any issue, you can contact me directly, or you can contact the departmental representative at any time. The link is provided at FC College website as well, and PRC webpage as well. So next to Ms. Khizra, you can explain it.
Thank you, Ms. Fatma. Now, I would like to request our departmental representatives one by one to please discuss the relevance of demography with your courses, like economics. First of all, I would like to request Dr. Hafiz Rizwan Ahmed from Economics Department to please discuss the relevance of demography and economics.
Thank you very much, Hijra. Can I share my screen?
Dr. Hafiz Rizwan.
Hijra, can you hear me? Can I share my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can you see my screen now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
we can, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So I will try to explain why knowledge of demography is important for students of economics major with the help of 2 points. Basically, if we have knowledge of economics and demography, it may help us to understand economic theories, concepts, and laws in better way, and to formulate economic and social policies, keeping in view the requirements of our current population. It will also enhance opportunities and chances of success in job market and in the field of higher education for the students of economics. Similarly, there are a lot of questions which economists actually search for. The questions related to scarcity, resource generation, employment creation, poverty, etc. require knowledge of both economics and demography. Look at following questions which are very crucial for our economic and social life. For example, will there be a time when resources of the world would exhausted due to ever increasing population? Are humans in general builders or destroyer of resources? why there is higher unemployment among educated young people in Pakistan compared to people who are uneducated or have low level of education, how family size affects lifestyle of people. So all these questions or the similar questions can be answered with the help of knowledge of demography and economics. Similarly, we also need to know that different age groups behave differently. Their current and future requirements are different. For example, from policy point of view, young people require investment in health and education, while aging people requires pension and health facilities. So in short, we can say being students of economics, government policies about health, education, infrastructure, urban development, etc., and everything depends upon the data of population, its age structure, and potential users of development projects. Just look at the example of Pakistan and Japan. Right now, median age of Pakistan is about 23 years, while median age of Japan is 48 years. What does this mean? It means that about half of the population of Pakistan is less than 23 years of age. That is why Pakistan is considered as one of the youngest countries in the world, while Japan's median age is 48 years. It means that half of the population of Japan is above 48 years of age. It means either most of them have retired or they will retire very soon. So what kind of policies will require will depend upon the age structure of population of Japan and Pakistan. Similarly, knowledge of population is also very important for business and marketing strategies. For instance, if we want to start a business, we need to know that which generation we want to target. For example, baby boomers have very different buying habits compared to those of X generation or millennials. Their choices, liking and disliking, buying habits, values are different, and without full understanding of these factors, economics and business policies may not be very successful. So if we talk about the opportunities in the job market, if we also get knowledge about demography and population statistics, we can work as a researcher, policymakers, data analyst, and social scientist in various government departments like health, education, statistics bureau, urban planning units, planning and development divisions of Pakistan, various research organizations and universities. Similarly, international organizations like World Bank, United Nations Population Fund regularly offer job and internship opportunities for the students of economics and demography. Currently, there is also, if we look at the website of these organizations, you can find different opportunities which are available right now. So if we talk about the benefits in terms of getting education abroad, number of international universities like London School of Economics, Harvard Center for Population and Development Studies, and various other renowned institutes in the world offer different research scholarships, short courses, and degree programs for the students of economics. So I think for economic students, it will be a better complement subject that we should also study demography. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Rizwan. Now I would like to invite Dr. Khatija Shakrullah from Geography Department to please discuss the relevance of demography with geography.
Assalamu alaikum to everyone.
Walaikum assalam.
Hope you are listening me as well. Thank you so much, Khizra. Well, it's a very fundamental question, right? How geography relates with PRC, Population Research Center. Let me explain first a very basic concept about geography to clarify the relationship of geography with demography or geography with PRC. Basically, geography is the study of variation and differences on surface of the earth, both in terms of physical and human aspects. It means how things vary from one place to the other place. This is the study of geography. So we have very wrong concept about geography and misconception like it's this geography is the study of memorization of the name, places, countries, flags, etc. No, this is not. It's the study of variation and differences on surface of the earth, in terms of physical features, which we are having on surface of the earth, and the human aspects. So simply, human being is the main center of attraction for the planet Earth. What is demography? Demography is basically the combination of two words, as everyone is familiar. Demos mean people and graphy mean description. So it means demography is the description about the people. So demography is a branch of geography. It's a branch of human geography in which we discuss a lot of factors, a lot of variations from one place to the other place in terms of the population dynamics, how it differs from one place to the other place. And you know, population dynamics basically revolves around three parameters or three things are basically defines the population dynamics: migration, movement from one place to the other place, mortality, the death rates, and fertility, the birth rate. So when the change is observed, any one of the fundamental parameters or concepts of the fertility, mortality, and migration definitely will affect to the population dynamics. So in we are offering right now, if we are talking about the relevance of the PRC or demography with respect to the geography, so it's very, very important for the geographers, as we already offering two main courses which is related to the PRC or Population Research Center. First course is Population Geography. The code is Geography 323, and this course is basically gives an understanding about the population dynamics, the population attributes, and the variation in distribution, in redistribution of population, how people are spaced on the surface of the earth, why there is a variation and difference in the population dynamics from one place to the other place. So basically this is the main domain of human geography, and we are studying under the head of geography as well, and already we are offering this one. For this specifically for this certification, we are offering one course that is known as Human Domains of Geography, which is entirely giving us idea about the economic patterns, settlements, population distribution, political factors, natural factors, and a lot of other things which are affecting on population distribution and population dynamics and population characteristics. So we are talking about absolute numbers and population attributes both in this course. So this demography course as well as this PRC is very, very relevant for the geographers, and after completion of this PRC certification, they are having one additional certificate. On the behalf of that, the students can get jobs. As Dr. Muhammad Rizwan mentioned, they can get the job in the international market and the national market as well. They can get the job in all those fields which already mentioned in the previous presentation. And so this course is very, very relevant and interesting course. PRC certification is very good for the students if they are going to opt. And in addition to these four courses which are mentioned in PRC, they can take additional courses from geography like Geography 323, Economic Geography, Geography 322. These are also very relevant courses for the students as well. If you have any question, if the students have any question, you people can ask and you can clear your concepts if you are having about geography, or if you want to ask about the relevance of geography with PRC. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Khatija. Now I would like to invite Mr. Athar Azim from Department of Sociology to please discuss the relevance of demography and sociology under the certification program. Sir Athar, can you hear me?
I think you can move on to statistics for now.
I'm sorry. आवाज आ रही है? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. All of you. As far as sociology and demography is concerned, the relationship between the two sciences, it is very vital, and you know that sociology is going to study human behavior. आवाज सही आ रही है? If you please
Yes, sir.
tell me.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Sociology is going to study human behavior from all aspects, and you know that sociology is supposed to be a mother of social sciences, and demography is also supposed to be a social science, and both sciences are together to understand human population. And with the specific and a very special aspect of human population is the reasons of population growth and population dynamics and population management. And as far as the reasons, causes, and sociological aspect or sociological reasons behind of the growth of population or population management or population control, is all these areas are supposed to be dealt by the sociological knowledge. And you know that population demography is also going to study a scientific analysis of population in any particular society. So sociology is going to enhance this knowledge of population management, population development, population growth, quality of life, and different aspect of demography like fertility, mortality, migration. And regarding the values, norms, belief, practices, and attitude behind fertility, mortality, and migration is very important aspect of sociology to understand the dynamics of social growth of population. And as far as you know that sociology is going to study the belief system, the custom and tradition of the human society. And you know that population management, population growth, or population control, or quality of population, or population dynamics, or population settlement, all based on basic practices and belief system. And sociology is giving you the area, giving you the basic philosophy and epistemology to understand value system of population growth, value system of population fertility, mortality, and other aspects. And you know that demography and population growth is a phenomena, as a social phenomena. Sociology is dealing with it as a social phenomena to understand different causes and methods and research about this to study this phenomena. And same way, the population is a problem in many, especially the third world countries, and Pakistan is facing this great problem. Rather, mother of the problem is the population growth in Pakistan. So sociologists also taking it as a social problem in Pakistan. And you know that, as you know that Pakistan, the government level and otherwise public level people are not aware about this banning act. The Pakistan is facing the tremendous and high magnitude problem of population growth. You know that by the end of the 2030 or by the end of the 2050, we will be the third largest country in the world after China and India. And you know that the scarcity of the resources and the other emerging problem, you can imagine the future of Pakistan in that way. So sociology is the right science to making a philosophical and reasonable understanding about all the dynamics of population, as far as the what are the basic causes and what are the basic factors behind this growth of this problem, growth of this problem. So I would like to say that sociology is giving you the ample chances and ample cushion or ample methodological and research oriented knowledge to understand demography and related issues. As far as the courses are concerned, I think sociology is giving you the ample cushion to understand theoretical basis, research basis, and philosophical basis on basis of sociological knowledge to understand demographic analysis. And sociology is providing all these things in the Department of Sociology. And as far as you know that career in sociology or career in demography, as you know that I am sorry to say this thing. Still, Pakistan and government of Pakistan, the people of Pakistan, not taking this problem as a serious problem. And lot of work have to do if you want to be a good nation in the world. If you want to rise as a developing nation in the world, you have to address this problem. And still, we have no qualified professional demographer in Pakistan. Not at the level of government level, not at the NGO level, not at the private level, and not at any level. It is a good opportunity. I will appreciate Department of Sociology and especially Dr. Waqas and Dr. Sikandar. They are providing a very important and basic chance to understand demography in Pakistan, to address the problems regarding population. And so if any student or any person is going to take these courses, he will be, I think, the primary and the initial professional in Pakistan as far as demography is concerned. And you know that if you are going to take this certification of population demography, you will get the entry international market as a researcher, as a social scientist researcher. You will get the many opportunity in international universities. You know that because population demography is going to cover all aspect of social sciences. You will get into the economy of demography. You can get the admission in the sociology of demography and so many things. All international universities are giving you the chances to take research-oriented courses or research-oriented career in all the international universities. And as far as the career or job opportunities are concerned, you will get the job. If you are a good demographer, if you are a good sociologist, you can get a very good opportunity in international standards organizations like World Bank, like United Nations, different sister organization of the United Nations, World Bank, Asian Development Bank, African Development Bank, and different ILO and different international or national NGOs. You can get the job over there. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sir Athar. Thank you so much. Now I would like to invite Ms. Samia Ayub from the Department of Statistics to please discuss the relevance of demography and statistics.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone.
Walaikum salam.
Okay, there is a very deep relationship between statistics and demographic. Demographic statistics actually works out method of collecting data on the population and of making current and long range estimates of population size and compositions. And it develops method of measuring, comparing and intensity and analyzing factor of different demographic processes such as birth rate, death rate, mortality, and marriage. And actually, we need to identify different population dynamics and nature, population nature and population trends. And for to explore all these dynamics, we definitely need data analysis. And through data analysis, actually, we can explore the details of all data set, and then we can identify what are the real problems of our population and how to cope with these problems. For the bulk data analysis, we need to develop some models related to population, and to identify the further population processes, we need a special type of modeling. Related to this certification course, we developed the course of data analysis that is related to software. The student use this software for the bulk data, which is from can be from the UNICEF or WHO, and then the statistics provides the method to analyze the data and how to report the different results, because in many situations the results are not reported as a casual way. They misinterpret the results, or and the forecasting is cannot be done on these results. So basically the problem is related to the data handling. So this course especially focuses on how to handle the population related data with the use of softwares, and how to enter the data correctly, how to code the data, how to make meaningful conclusions, and how to report the results of the data, which can be used for the further forecasting. And this is all about from my side.
Thank you very much, Madam Samia, for this insightful presentation. I would once again, before we move on to the Q&A session, I would like to once again welcome Dr. Jonathan Eddleton for attending our event. Sir, would it be possible for you to just say a few words to us and share your thoughts about demography and the certification to us?
Sure. Thank you very much. I appreciate this. I will just say a few remarks, but I did want to say that I attended this because I'm very interested in this field. I can't say I got a certificate myself in demography, but a lot of what I did was in this area. Those that know me know I focused on development, I focused on migration. I did even write a couple articles, a demographic note on this and a demographic note on that. So maybe that was sort of a wannabe or pretend to be. But I think just to echo what everybody said, this is such a vital issue, such a vital area. What I really love about this actually is the cross-disciplinary action about that. The cross-disciplinary involvement from, I guess, 4 main departments. This is something that even as an undergraduate, I appreciated when I had that opportunity. And I love the fact that Foreman is doing it. I'll leave the rest of the time for questions. But again, I had this on my calendar. I got the announcement about it, and I thought I want to listen in because this is a useful program for Foreman. I also was going to say, I was going to thank a couple of the people separately afterwards. I guess I can do it now as well. But just the way that it's put together, the opening slides, I thought, wow, this is a lot of thought that's gone into this. So again, thank you all. I'll listen to the end to see the questions as well. But it's been very informative for me. And I love the fact that Foreman is able to offer it to its undergraduates as well.
Thank you very much, sir. We will move on to the question and answer session now. So please, if anybody has a question, please raise your hand and the administrator will unmute you. Thank you very much. We've
Hello.
got a few hands. Yes, please.
Sir, some of us are in our 6th semester, so that means we have 1 year to complete our degree and this certification. Does any of these courses have any prereqs? Because if they do, that will be, I think, have a problem for us.
That's a very good question. All of these courses are at the 100 and 200 level, and none of these courses have a prerequisite. So whether you're a sophomore or a freshman or in your final year, you should be able to enroll for these courses without any problems. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I want to ask that only 35 students can register for this certification program, or there are other seats as well?
For the first year, we will have between 35 to 40 slots maximum, because we're only offering one shared section with these courses. But if in the next year, if the demand is high enough, we will probably introduce a separate section, and that will have more slots for students who want to register for this certification.
So if I want to register now, so should I email to you guys for that to reserve my seat?
Absolutely. You can either email us directly or email through your departmental representative. So all you need to do is just shoot us one email and we'll have a slot allocated to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sir, there is a question in the comment section that what if someone has already taken the courses that the program requires? Will they need to take them again?
My first answer it would be that yes, because we are revising the course outlines for these courses to add content related to population studies and demography. This is also something that's a very good point, and this is something that we need to take to our advisory board and get a decision on it also. So that would be my answer initially, but I will follow up on it and ask this question to the advisory board and relay the answer to the person who asked the question. Thank you.
I think, hello everyone. I think, Dr. Vikas, we shouldn't allow these students who have already taken these courses. In fact, we are starting this program from fall onwards. So the priority is to be given to those students who are going to join us during fall and for the rest of the semester. So hope you
I
got the
completely
point.
agree with you, sir. I completely agree with you, definitely. There is one more question from a student in economics.
Sir, there is a question in the comment section that students from other majors like English literature can join this program as well or not?
Absolutely, yes. Students from any major or minor area can join from the humanities, the sciences, or the social sciences. This certification is open to all students. Thank you.
Sir, next question is how will the program be beneficial for a psychology major?
That is something that I cannot rightly answer, as we do not have any representative of the psychology department here, but definitely there is a direct relationship between all social sciences and demography related issues. So in terms of in terms of screening of individuals at an early age, coping with population management. So yes, definitely there would be a link, but unfortunately I do not have the knowledge to give you precise answers in terms of what specialization areas can you develop within the field of demography by having a cognate with psychology. But I would ask you to please refer to your departmental head or your advisor, or you can email us separately and we can ask this question on your behalf to the psychology department. Thank you. That was a very good question.
If I may add here.
Yes, sir. Please.
It's an additional qualification. I mean, it won't hurt you. You know, you'll have another area of competency. And, you know, you never know, somewhere in life it may come very handy to you. So there is no harm in it at all if you are coming from that background. Because, you know, social psychology in particular deals with such questions in some ways. So I don't think it will hurt anybody. And I think what Dr. Waqas said in the beginning, I mean, you could come from many disciplines, from many faculty. Hopefully it will be good for you.
Thank you, sir. I think there are two comments that have been posted for, again, related to students that have already taken one or two of the courses. I'm afraid, as I said, and as Kashif Saab also pointed out, we are offering this from fall 21. Before we offer it, the course outlines will be revised, so new content will be added that is relevant to the certification. So it would possibly not, it would probably not be possible for us to grant the certification to people that have taken these courses in previous semesters.
There's another question. Can we start this certification from spring, or is it compulsory to start in fall 2021?
We'll be offering these courses on a rolling basis. So we'll be offering the same 2 courses every fall and every spring. So you can start in the spring cycle or in the fall cycle. That is an option that is open to all students. Thank you. That was a good question. There's a comment about the slides. These slides will be available. We will make them available on our website. And those of you who have, we have the emails for. We will also email you these slides. We'll try and generate an email list, and email share these slides with you through email also.
There's another question. Do students who have already or who will be enrolling for 5 regular courses in a semester, will they require to take overload for these 2 courses if they are planning to take these 2 courses in addition to the 5 courses? Yes.
That is something that you will have to discuss with your academic advisor, because it depends on your CGPA and what your academic advisor will, but it is possible. Yes.
But it should go through the concerned dean. I mean, the whole thing has to be looked at, because 7 courses can be a lot of burden if the student is already not doing so well in his or her studies or program of studies. But this can be looked at on case-to-case basis.
Thank you, sir. A final question is why is this limited to undergraduate students? Is there any chance that students who just got graduated from FCU to come to avail this opportunity? Yes, there is, provided we get a good response, which we have at a very good start. Thank God. We are hoping to introduce this certification in summer to anybody who is either an ex-graduate or FCCU or is in another university, to take the certification in the summer. So we plan to do that in 2022 summer, again based on the response that we get from the students. Thank you. That was a very good question.
I have another question that I want to know the main focus of all the 4 courses that they will be teaching us about how to control the population or how to utilize it. Because these are 2 things regarding the populations that I have studied this thing. I have studied this in last semester as well, that utilization of population is the real problem, not how to control it.
I refer this question to Jawad Sahab, who's just explained the 4 courses.
Thank you, sir. As far as these 4 courses are concerned, just 1 or 2 of the courses, they will be talking about if population is a resource or if we have to control population or if we have to utilize it properly, because there are different viewpoints. As it was mentioned in population economics course, the optimist and pessimist version of population growth and economic development. But the courses will be more about the different viewpoints, the theories that are existing in demography. They will be about how to look for different population trends, how to analyze relationship between different demographic variables. So it won't just revolve around the debate that if population growth is good or if it is something bad. Obviously, it will be one component of the theory-based courses that we are offering in this certification, but this will not be the all of it. This will not be the whole of it. We'll be more interested in analyzing demographic patterns, because right now there is a population growth, and there are some viewpoints, and they are more compelling as far as research is concerned, that population growth without proper policy can be detrimental. It may become a problem instead of becoming a resource. So that will be just one of the debates that will be going in these courses. Other than this debate, there will be a lot of other content. There will be content related to theories, how you are going to look for different demographic variables, what is the role of those demographic variables in economic development, in social development, and how you can look for those relationships. What are the appropriate methods? What are the appropriate statistical techniques that are required to explore those relationships?
I think that was the last question. Are there any other questions, please? We're also slightly over time, so I guess we should conclude this event. I would like to thank with all my heart Dr. Edelton, Dr. Gloria, Dr. Sufyan, the heads of the departments of sociology, economics, statistics, and geography, Dr. Sikandar, and all the students and faculty members who made this event special for us by attending it. We will be open to questions always. Our email addresses have been shared in the pamphlet, and they are also available on the website. So please feel free to contact us if you have any question, any queries. If you want to register, please, again, you can send us an email directly or through your departmental representatives. Once again, I thank everyone and have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Hafiz.
Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon.
Thank you, Vida. Thank you.
Allah Hafiz.